Hello folks, welcome to another edition of Feast Your Peepers, episode 17 with little old me and my trusty little camera coming right at you live from the Murdy's Lair. So, today folks, it is the 37th anniversary of They Live. Yes, a strange little offering when it first came out. It wasn't highly understood back then. I think through time it gained more of a following than it did on its initial release. I think it's got a lot to say, and it's still pretty much more relevant now than it was back then, in the times that we live in today. Yes, prophesizing, Mr. Carpenter, prophesizing. So anyway, I'm going to jump into this episode with a combination of They Live and The Fog. The reason being, I don't have too much in the way of They Live merchandise, but I will show you what I do have, and then we shall continue on with The Fog. So a double whammy today folks, I hope you enjoy it. Let's dive in. So first, They Live UK VHS sell-through edition. Probably bought this early 90s, maybe thereabouts. That's the only time I've ever owned it in VHS was this copy. I'd never had the X-Rental copy, so that was the first one I ever owned on VHS. So secondly, we have They Live UK DVD edition. There we are folks. I think this came out probably in around early 2000s, late 90s. Does it say on here? No, it just says 1988. Okay, fuck that then. I have no idea. But I would say probably in around late 90s, early millennium. And then thirdly, I have, see, this is the last thing folks, I want to get 3 items of They Live and the t-shirt. I've got no posters of They Live. I haven't got the soundtrack, which I must sort that out. I must get that. This is the lovely, wonderful Fan Dabby Dozy 4K edition, which was released by the good old Studio Canal. And this folds out with a plethora of lovely goodness inside. Little booklet here, comic stripping in there, the whole little bits and bobs there behind the scenes, good old Roddy paper there. And I should open this up, and we have the obligatory foldy out poster, landscape poster. How delightful is that? Wonderful. So next we have art cards. Aliens getting their hair done. Have to look good even if you're an alien. Consume, obey, all that stuff. Can't remember her name, but stunning eyes. The names escape me. There they are. Good old Keith David there and Roddy Piper in that delightful alleyway scene where they beat the living shit out of each other for about 10 minutes. There he is. He's going to chew some bubble gum and kick some ass. Or words to that effect. Nearly lost it there. So here we go. The inside of this release. 4 discs. Lovely jubbly. There we go. On the back it folds out to reveal the still from the movie. If you're looking through the glasses of all the subliminal messaging going on right there. Yes, pretty much on the ball, Mr. Carpenter, back in 1988. Let's go back in again here. Please go in, thank you. No, maybe not. Okay, fuck off then. I shall sort that out later. So next I shall jump into The Fog. Probably Well, depending on the day, probably my second favourite Carpenter film, next to Halloween being number one. Between The Fog and The Thing, sort of flip-flops for me at number two. I'll probably go with The Thing though, for overall craftsmanship and general goodness of that movie. So yes, Fog, starring Jamie Lee Curtis in a totally non-entity role, but she's there anyway. Tom Atkins, Adrian Barbeau, Charles Cyphers. Have I forgotten anybody? Don't think so. There's the main cast, yeah. Buck Flowers. Fog bang out there. So here we have The Fog, German DVD disc. There we go. This comes to this set. No booklets, just the 2 discs, which I bought when I was living in Germany. And here we have The Fog US Special Edition DVD. There we go. And again, no, it's a single disc, but it's like a reversible disc. It's one of those funky, oh, come out. It's like one of those reversible discs. You can watch both sides, yeah. I thought it was a 2 disc set, but it's not. Fucking with my head there, they were. So here I have a ticket stub, 2 ticket stubs for The Fog, 1980, Friday, May the 24th, screen 2 in the Strand Cinema. Is there a year on this? I think this was 2 years ago. I remember they had a screening of it. Yes, it was 2 years ago in the Strand Art Cinema. There we go, folks. Ticket stubs there. Always good to have those. Keep them little mementos. As if I haven't got enough shit to keep here, you know. Next we have The Fog. This is the Screen Factory edition, collector's edition, with a slip cover. And there we go, folks. Reversible art revealing the original poster with Jamie Lee Curtis on it, even though she's not a star in it as such. She's not a main character, but she's on the poster to sell tickets, to get those bums on the seats, folks. Yes. Next we have another Screen Factory, which is still sealed, may I add, never opened. The Fog Steelbook 4K Blu-ray edition. I can't comment on the picture quality or the extras because I haven't watched this yet. I got this along with Escape from New York Blu-ray Steelbook on the same day. Yes, cool edition, love that artwork there. Good old Blake on the cover. And now we have the 4K Van Dabby Dozy Studio Canal 4-disc set, which is delightful to say the least. And we have the old fold out poster, which we all love. How cool is that? Isn't that wonderful? That's that. Got a nice little booklet here as well. There we go, Jamie Lee Curtis there. I think that's Tommy Lee Wallace's hand there, if memory serves correctly. From Sean Clark on his Horrors Hallowed Grounds episode. There he is. Atkins with no tash. It's like me with no beard. Just isn't fucking right, you know? No, keep the fucking tash, Tom, keep the tash. There we are, the ghosties there in the fog, in the church. Oh, Hal Holbrook. There's a name I forgot when I was doing the cast rundown earlier. How could I forget him? Love that guy. Love him in Magnum Force with the old Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry movie. Great in that film too. And he's also great in Creepshow, of course. There's the old Lighthouse, Adrian Barbeau. And old slap ass himself with Jamie Lee Curtis looking very nervous. I think she knows what she's in for that night with Mr. Atkins. So here we go, folks. This folds out. Again, 4 discs. Superb edition. And on the back it has a shot there of the lighthouse. Agent Barbeau walking around the side. How wonderful is that? So that's my media side of things regarding the fog. And now we shall jump into other bits and pieces. Firstly, I have a 7-inch of the theme tune, which was released by, I think this is Silver Screen Records. This is an exclusive, and it's green vinyl. Wonderful. Mint green. And then next I have another 7-inch, which is another exclusive, on red vinyl. How cool is that? Oh, go in, thank you. Next we have the old re-recorded Sacred Bones edition picture disc of The Fog by John Carpenter and Daniel Davies and his son Cody. On the other side we have Assault on Precinct 13. Another favourite of mine. Absolutely love that movie. And next we have the vinyl album soundtrack, which I shall bring out now. I think this is green vinyl, or possibly green and white. Let's see. Yes, the first one is on white vinyl. It's a double album, an expanded edition of the already amazing score. That is The Fog. I think the next one's green. And there's, yep, it is. There we go. There's the green version of it. Well, the other disc, the second disc. Superb stuff there. And now I have another soundtrack. This was released by Death Waltz Records. I got this pretty cheap off Vinted, of all places, for about £30, which is quite cheap considering I've seen it there's at the inside of the gatefold, if you can see that. It's pretty cheap considering I've seen it selling for about £80 to £100, yeah. And this is on smoky grey vinyl. Not quite transparent, but yeah, it's like a marbly sort of grey haze to it. And the other disc is the exact same, and no point in showing you that's the exact same thing. I'll check for inlay cards, or liner notes, should I say. Let me see if there's any in here. Maybe something extra in here. No, there's not. Just the 2 discs. Tight bastards. They weren't fucking cheap to begin with. You don't even get a fucking liner note or foldy out poster. Damn them, I say, damn them. Damn you for letting him go, you bastard. So, I'm rambling here and just all over the fucking place today. But it amuses you people out there, doesn't it? So anyway, I shall fuck off and leave you alone. I hope you enjoyed this little dive into They Live, as it's the 37th anniversary today of the release of They Live in the States. So this was fun as always. Please tickle the like button, hit the old subscribe button if you haven't already. I shall see you again very soon, and I promise to get back with you with my second segment of my Halloween 1978 collection. I've already shown all the media versions. Well, I thought I did until I discovered another box set that I forgot to show in the last episode. So I'll show that in the next one, along with the other bits and bobs that I'm going to show. I hope to do that soon, this week. I'm back to work tomorrow, so time is going to be limited again to try and fit in episodes. Hence why you've got about 4 this week, within about 5 days. Not bad going. So enjoy. Don't be a dick out there. Halloween's over. I know we're all down the dumps and we got the Halloween blues. But let's try and be nice to each other. Bring on the Thanksgiving festivities for my friends in the States, and bring on good old Crimbo with some Black Christmas. It's Me, Billy. You know, Christmas Evil, all those films will be dug out again for the yearly watch. Won't be long, folks. Christmas is only around the corner. Get those money notes out. Start spending your money. Alrighty, I shall leave you. Bye for now. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate every single last one of you for watching or commenting below. It means a lot. Doesn't go unnoticed. Until the next time, stay fucking spooky. Bye.